Good morning everybody, it's 5:45 Saturday morning. Got something a little bit of special happening this weekend. I'm going to head up to Norfolk. I'm going to go and have a look for some abandoned churches in the Norfolk area. I've got a campsite booked in Sandringham. I'm pushing myself out of my comfort zone by doing this because I'm actually going to have a go in a tent. Yes, I'm not a fan of the tent. My last experience in a tent was, I don't know, probably about 20 years ago now, and it was high winds, and anyway, it was a complete mess. We ended up sleeping in the car, so I've never been a fan of the tent, you know. All the bugs and things that get in as well, don't like that. Don't like it when it's too hot, because obviously you'll never get any sleep in the tent, and being in a tent that's really hot is fucking awful. I think that's worse than being in a van, a camper van or something. But anyway, I'm going to give it a go. I'm doing all of this on a budget because we're heading towards the end of the summer now. I've had lots of offers appear on the internet saying half price camping kit. So that's what I did. I was what was I looking at? Halfords. I was looking at Halfords camping gear, and there was some money off, so I picked up a budget two-man tent, £22 it was. I took it and give it a try last night. I set it up just to see, you know, whether I could still do it, and I could, no problem. I think I'll fit in it. Well, I can fit in it. Whether I'll be comfortable in it doesn't matter. Anyway, it's only just to get some sleep, and I've got my supplies with me. I've got my stove. I've got to do some extremely simple cooking tonight. But other than that, I want to get on the road and I want to see if I can find myself some abandoned buildings, because Norfolk apparently has got more churches than anywhere else in the country, and a lot of them, a good few of them, a good percentage of them are abandoned. So I'm absolutely looking forward to seeing whether I can find them. Just hoping the weather will hold up. But first things first, McDonald's to get me coffee. This is the perfect way for me to start the day, right? And I come to McDonald's for two reasons. Not just for my coffee, but I thought I'm going to get one of those little small bottles of milk as well to take with me, so I can have a coffee later on. But they ain't got any of that. And there was me being all perfectly planned. You know what I mean? I thought I won't have to go to any shops today because I've got literally everything that I need, right? But no, wouldn't be so simple, would it? Just to... Anyway, there you are. It's been a very wet fucking night, and I'm hoping the weather holds up today. It's looking okay at the minute, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy this, and then we're going to hit the road. Well, I found my first abandoned church. This one is St James's Church in Bawdsey, B-A-W D-S-E-Y, Bawdsey, about just beside King's Lynn. Apparently this one was built in the 11th century. I can see the ruins from here, so I'm going to do a quick walk up to it and have a quick nosy around. There doesn't seem to be a lot to it, but it's definitely worth having a look at, and hopefully there'll be a information board nearby, and can have a look at his history. But it looks pretty good from here. The church is thought to have originated as a minster in the late Saxon period and was built in the early middle 12th century, with the chancel being replaced and enlarged in the 15th century. It was the parish church for now the deserted village of Bawdsey, but it is not clear whether the medieval village houses were close to the church. The church is thought to have been disused by 1517, when the village of Bawdsey had 60 acres of land converted into pasture. It is known to have been in ruins since before 1770. this is a beautiful one. I like this one. This is fantastic. But apparently the village that it's situated in used to be a thriving village, but then the landowner got rid of all the properties and turned it all into farmlands. But apparently this church was like the centre of a thriving village. Again, there's an awful lot of history about this one, so I'm going to leave a link below for you to have a nosy at your leisure. But this one's definitely worth a visit. I think this has got to be one of my favourite ones, where it's situated just in the middle of nowhere. There's countryside and fields all over the place. It's beautiful. My only one problem today is it's really windy, but do you know what? Hasn't put me off at all. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to move on to the next one now. Let's go see what we can find.
Now this wonderful church is the Church of St Mary's, St Mary the Virgin of Appleton, and apparently the village of Appleton disappeared fucking years ago. It's no longer here, and only these small ruins remain. It's right on the outskirts of the Sandringham estate, and I know that this church went into obviously into a state of disrepair, but they managed to come back and do some repairs on the ruins, so you could still come and visit it. But the village of Appleton is completely disappeared. All there is just a few farms down the way, but other than that, apparently it all disappeared years and years ago. But what a wonderful place this is. There's still a lot of stuff in this church to view, especially this the round tower, and that's the first for me. This is the first time I've ever come across a round tower church ever, so yeah, it's quite smart. I do like this. Surrounded in loads of wonderful countryside as well. is a bit of a mission to find, to be honest with you, but well worth it. The problem I've realised today is there's me coming up to Norfolk for a couple of days to do a bit of church hunting, but a majority of all what I'm doing is driving, and it is absolutely caning the fuel. It really is. I mean, it's worth it, but I think I might have to scale back where I visit and then come back in the future to do another tour of Norfolk. So I'll visit this one. I think I'll try and do one more before I head up to the campsite, and then on my way back to Stevenage tomorrow, there is a couple of sites that I want to have a look at that my friend sent me links for. So Paul, if you're watching, thank you mate, I shall go and have a look at them. Anyway, let's continue a little bit longer. That was I didn't do a lot of filming, but that was a stay at the Sandringham Camping and Caravan Club site. Nice little site. I think there's about 200 spaces there according to the staff. The staff were really friendly, actually, really friendly. I like that they were very accommodating, and the woman that checked me in had a bit of a chat with me, and yeah, fair play on them. So I recommend that site. Was busy. I did get settled down in the tent sort of, I don't know, about 11 o'clock last night, and there was a lot of noise going on through the night, but you know, people just making the most of the best weather, isn't it? So it's just one of them things. Anyway, Sunday morning, so we are now going to try and track down another church. I did a bit of research last night to find one that's relatively nearby on the Sandringham estate, so that's what I'm going to try and track down now. Bear with me. Now that's a church I didn't expect to find. I've been looking for the St Felix church in, I think it's Babingay or something, and the postcode that I found has took me to this. And look, it's made out of corrugated iron with a thatched roof. I mean, fascinating. Can't get inside, it's all locked up, and I can't stay long here because I'm parked on a private road, on the side, and yeah, I need to escape here. But yeah, that's a good find. That I like that. I'm impressed with that a lot. Anyway, I'm going to move on, see what else I can find. Right, I'm just down the road now, looking at going to see a church, not a church, ruins of a castle. Castle Rising, this one's called. Half hour too early, I can't get in there yet. Don't open till 10, so I'm having to walk around the perimeter, just around the lanes, just to see what I can see. As for that St Felix church, I've given up on that one for now. Traffic's really starting to build up. I think there's a lot of beach goers out and about today, and I can't be doing with it, so. But I won't be defeated. I'm going to be coming back to Norfolk several times to find as many ruins as I can. Maybe find all of them over the next couple of years, if possible. We'll see. Anyway, let's carry on getting these steps up. Building of the Castle Rising castle was begun in 1138 by the Norman Lord William de Albini for his new wife, the widow of Henry I. In the 14th century it became the luxurious residence of Queen Isabella, widow and alleged murderess of Edward II. Castle Rising Castle is one of the most famous 12th century castles in England. The stone keep, built in around 1140 AD, is amongst the finest surviving examples of its kind anywhere in the country, and together with its massive surrounding earthworks, ensures that Rising is a castle of national importance. In its time, Rising has served as a hunting lodge, royal residence, and for a brief time in the 18th century even housed a mental patient. Right, bit of a jump from the last clip. We are now in Cambridgeshire, in a little tiny village called Ashley, and apparently there's an abandoned church down here. I think it's used to be called the All Saints Church, but from what I've read, I think it's on private land. So what I've done, I've parked about a mile away in a car park, and we've got to follow a country lane down and then enter some woodland, and apparently it's in there. That's if the instructions I've got are correct. We'll soon see, I guess. I hope it is correct. Let's put it like that. I can't wait to get to the woods because that sun's beating down now and it's boiling. Anyway, let's crack on. See what we can find. Well, I found it. Getting there was a bit of a mission, and it is in private land, private little bit of woodland. I'm going to be as gentle as I can and as quick as I can. And I'll tell you what, if you weren't doing your research, you'd probably drive past this a million times and never even know it's here, because it's set back in the woods. It's all overgrown. You really wouldn't know it was here. Awesome. Anyway, I'm going to have a really quick go. I'm going to have a really quick look and then get out of here, because I don't want to upset anyone. That's not the intention of doing what I'm doing. It's a shame it's private land. Stuff like this should be accessible for everyone to view. But there you are. Okay, well, I think that'll do it for this one. There's not really a lot left. The tower's visible, and it's all, I don't know whether you see in the footage there, but it's all been taken over by nature. Impressive though, really impressive find, that one. I do like that one. But I do believe that these things should be accessible to everybody. I'll have to do a bit more research on that, because I don't know whether it's a listed building or what it is. I haven't got a clue. But I do hope it is protected and will stay there many more years to come for people to hopefully see and learn about the history. But I guess it all depends on who owns this bit of land. Well, on my last leg of the journey back towards Stevenage, I thought I spotted another church, and that, to me, looks like a church. But I don't think it is. I think this is just a cemetery, and that's like a very small chapel, and it looks like it's relatively new, but done in old style, do you know what I mean? But I see it from the side of the road, and I just darted into the car park just to come and have a look. So I'm just giving it a quick lap around, and then I'm going to head back towards Stevenage. I mean, I'd love to keep driving around all day doing a bit of exploring, but obviously it takes it out of you, driving all day long. I mean, the whole point in me doing what I'm doing, the exploring, is to leave the car in one place and then go for a major hike. But what I've been doing, especially this weekend, is driving to a point and then walking, you know, sort of several times in a row. And I've demolished probably over 100 quid's worth of fuel this weekend, just £100 on fuel alone, let alone the campsite fee and supplies and things. But I don't regret it. It's been nice. It's been a very good weekend. I mustn't grumble. So anyway, I'm going to leave this one here. I think I'm going to head back towards the cars just around the corner there, and then take a poodle back to Stevenage, get cleaned up. I'm going to have to set the tent up again tomorrow, because when I packed it away yesterday, or this morning, sorry, it was it was soaking wet. The amount of dew that forms on the inside, mind-blowing. I can't believe it. I can't believe how much forms. It's amazing. But tried drying it out this morning before I left, but it wasn't enough time, so I'm just going to have to... Anyway, I don't know what I'm telling you that. I'm just waffling there. Anyway, thank you for joining me on this this trip. It has been a good one. I've enjoyed this one. I really wish that I'd got to visit more ruins, but I think I'm going to have to plot where I'm going a little bit more carefully. I mean, some of the ones that I did try and find, I couldn't find, which was disappointing. Now, I keep thinking to myself, if I find them, do I drop a what 3 words thing and let everybody know where these are? Or do I let people do what I do, try and find them on their own? Is there a reason that they're not easy to find? Or some of them, not all of them, but there's a few that I can't, that should have been easier than they were, do you know what I mean? But I don't know what to do with that one. I'm going to ponder on that. I'd like to leave a what 3 words on them all, but I don't know whether that's my decision to make. Anyway, see, look, I'm waffling again. I think it's because I'm doing this on my own. I've got no fucker to talk to all day, so I blurt out at my camera. Thank you for sticking with me. Please give me a like. Please subscribe. Please drop me a comment. And I'll see you all again soon. Hopefully, I'll be doing some filming in Wales, because as the next Thursday, I'm going to be down in Wales for 10 days. So hopefully we'll get something while we're down there. Anyway, look after yourselves. Speak to you again soon.